Hey there fellow art lovers and fans of all things painted, welcome back! Today we're going to be painting an alchemist at work preparing to gather some ingredients. So this one started as more of an abstract idea, with me simply wanting to paint something with a tabletop RPG vibe. I could see the final image in my head, a blurred foreground of alchemical ingredients with the focus being on a central bottle our character is reaching for. So I gathered my reference images and began. Stick around to the end to see the final piece. I sketched out the overall pose and decided to use the creature from my last piece as the Alchemist, but with a different colour scheme this time. Once I'd sketched out the pose, I began blocking in the colour, going for a lineless piece. Then, once that was done, it was time to start highlighting and shading. I began with the creature's face, making use of the Lock Transparent Pixels button to allow me to brush in the shading loosely, without worrying about colouring outside the colour block. After finishing the shading on one of the furry portions, I used the smudge tool to pull out the hair into tufts and make it look more fluffy. On this piece I was going for a more stylized look, so wasn't too worried about going into detail with individual hairs like I've done in my more detailed pieces. This piece was as much about loosening up and enjoying the process of painting as it was painting something nice. Oftentimes the process is more important than the final piece, because if you're not enjoying it, well, what's the point? Art, for me at least, is about enjoyment, the joy of creating. After I was done shading the character, I turned my attention to the bottles. Painting glass is one of my favourite things to paint, getting those highlights and making the object look three-dimensional. I also went in and added little bubbles to the liquid to make them look more interesting and like they were something other than just his fruit juice collection. Finally, it was time to work on the background and the lighting. I found an excellent and easy to follow tutorial for making the wood for the shelf, and I'll link it below as I highly recommend checking it out. I really wanted to draw attention to that middle bottle, so I blurred a couple of the other ingredients bottles and put them in the foreground, leaving the middle bottle in focus so the eye will be drawn to it. I then decided to change the colour of the liquid in the bottle to more of a blue and used a dark vignette to help focus in on it further. The final step was to make it glow, so I got a large soft brush and brushed over the bottle before changing the blending mode, experimenting with a few before settling on one I liked. And with that, I was done. Let's have a look at the final piece. And if you enjoyed what you just watched, please be sure to leave the video a like and subscribe and ring the bell to see more content and to help keep this channel growing. Any amount of interaction this video gets is much appreciated, and it means the world to me that there are people out there who like to see what I make. Well, see you next time.